she existed, but she didn't do half the things that she said she did, or they say she did, that they discredit. I mean, and I couldn't even finish the video. I was not. I was disgusted. I was completely disgusted, right? And at the end of the day, I'm not here to lash out at that person, right? I'm not here to say that, oh, how dare you. But what I do want to bring realize to you guys is that narrative is very dangerous. It's very dangerous to not be aware of history. It's very dangerous to say that history is a lie. It's very dangerous for you not to understand the dangers of what has happened and can happen again, right? You, if you're asleep at the wheel, if you like, and the thing is, right? Um, I talked about it in a video a while ago. The three most effective weapons of the enemy. Number one is making you forget who you are, right? Number two is thinking you think that you're ashamed. And number three is, you not thinking that you're in a fight at all. So if we start to discredit history, we start to say it didn't happen, we start to say that it was lied, it was exaggerated, we start to forget who we are. We start to forget our power. We start to forget how things can go awry, can go south. That right there, right? If we start to forget our history, then when these things happen and we didn't realize that they happened before and they've happened to people, we start to be ashamed and we think it's only happening to us when we're singled out, when the enemy is attacking us. And if we start to forget our history, if we start to say that it never happened, then we think that we're not in a battle at all. Oh, I'm tripping. That it isn't a system that was designed against me. It isn't just a tool and resources that have been put against me. And now you don't think you're in a fight at all. So this Black History Month, I want you guys to understand, again, it's not about shaming anybody. I am happy to celebrate Black history with anybody of any ethnicity, of any race, of any color, of any nationality. You are more than welcome to come and share. You're more than welcome to have a debate. But for you to start to say that it didn't happen, I can't be part of that narrative. This is for me to let you guys to remind yourselves that those who do not know their history are doomed to repeat it. And it's something that we all need to take stock in. At the end of the day, the enemy wants us divided, right? Black against white, brown against yellow, green against red, whatever, right? Up against down, left against right. As long as we are divided, then they can pick us off one by one. They can go after this group, they can go after that group, and then they can each individualize, keep going after each individual group until said group, until there are no groups left, right? So if you can divide them, you can attack them one. But if we are united, it's one of the biggest challenges with our country is uniting us, because it's such a diverse background. It's so many people who come from so many different places. When you have other countries like China, everybody in China is Chinese and everybody in Russia is Russian, but everybody in America is different, is versatile, and a lot of times it ends up that we're divided. And that shouldn't be. We should definitely be united as a people. We should definitely be united as a country. We should be united. I mean, in Christianity. But when we start to forget our past, the whole point of the Bible being written down was to make sure that we don't forget our past, right? We see value in remembering our past. We see value in remembering our struggle. We see value in knowing that this person overcame and we overcame, so we can continue to overcome. But we also see value in reminding ourselves that these pitfalls, these traps, and these mechanisms, they exist from the enemy. This can happen. This is the strategy that they will try to use against you. Be aware of it. This is how you disarm it. This is how you keep it from taking a foothold on you, right? So that's just what's in my heart, what's in my spirit, what's on my mind, what's on my chest about Black History Month this month is, just making sure we don't forget. There are people who don't want to bring it up because it's uncomfortable, and I will admit it is. it's very uncomfortable to talk about a certain people oppressed another certain people, and the oppressor's lineage is in the room. It's very uncomfortable to say, you know, I had people from a certain generation, a couple of generations back, that were beaten and tortured by people that I made. But at the end of the day, these conversations have to be had, and it's not to shame anybody, but it's for everybody in the room to realize that the enemy could flip the switch, like flip the script. It could be you next time. It could be your people next time. And it like hate, what you have to understand about hate, oppression, brutality, it has no race. It doesn't need just black or just brown. It doesn't need just yellow or just red. It can come after anybody. And there have been times throughout history where everybody has been singled out as, you know, a minority and to be oppressed. And so it's kind of one of those things that you know, that's another thing that, you know, when you say this has happened, other people say, well, we've been oppressed too. I understand that. We're not taking away from what you've been oppressed. We're bringing to light what happened to our people to make sure it doesn't happen again, to remind ourselves of the power that we overcame, to remind ourselves that we still have work to do, right? Because again, there's people out there painting a narrative that Black history didn't even happen, right? All right, guys. Well, I've gone on enough rant, and hopefully this video is in frame because I didn't have my watch on me to fix the right frame. So if it's not out of frame, I do apologize. I did my best, but I wanted to make sure I got this in. With that being said, I need you guys to take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. You keep me in your prayers, I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.